We wanted to do a little Tough Love Thursday video because you guys liked, apparently, our other Tough Love video. We still look like we haven't showered from that other video. We have. I have. I don't know if she has.
I did.
Okay.
We worked out this morning.
We did. We worked out by walking on a treadmill for an hour so that we could talk business. But it was on an incline.
I did sweat.
Yeah, we did sweat. And it's National Wine Day, so, you know. All right, so I wish that we would have just recorded our whole talk pretty much all day. Like, you guys could have just followed us around because...
It was pretty good.
It was really good.
We said some good nuggets.
We did. So maybe we can repeat some of those nuggets on this video. So 2 major things that we wanted to talk about. First is working this business with long-term goals in mind. We feel like a lot of people are just thinking about the money that you need right now and the money that you need for your car payment and whatever it is, your short-term goal.
Which is fine.
Yes, you need to have the short-term goals.
But for longevity, you need to have the long view.
Yeah, because if you don't have a long-term vision, it's really easy to get discouraged. I feel like it's easier for people to quit when they don't know where they're headed a year from now or 2 years from now.
Yeah.
Even for those of you guys that are only wanting to make, $300 to $500 a month, if you want to be making $300 to $500 a month for the next 5 years, you still need to know why you're doing this business long term.
Yeah, because it's like when you're new, you don't really understand the business that much, and it's not like you hit that $300 month mark and that's it. You're going to be there forever. You have to maintain it. If that's what you want, you have to keep doing things to maintain that paycheck.
Yeah. It doesn't just happen and then that would be sweet. But I mean, eventually that's the point of this business is you create a residual income where you can take off time and you get the freedom that this job allows. But for most people, you're going to work at it just like you would work at any job. It's just the benefits of a business like this far outweigh any benefits that you could have in a normal career. And I was talking to someone yesterday just about, they're stressing about the promotions and feel like they're not going to get the bonus. And they're feeling like that's a deadline for their business rather than just looking at it as a milestone that you may or may not hit. And it's just another part of the business. It's just another month of the business. It's not a finish line by any means. Otherwise, most of us wouldn't be here.
Right. I've missed so many bonuses that they've offered.
Yeah. And most people on this team have been in for less than 2 years, I would say, and max have been in for 4 like I have, and that's still such a baby in the network marketing industry. And trust me, like I work hard and I would work like this for 5-10 more years rather than working for 40 years or 35 years at another job to only retire and not have a residual income. So I think when you think about it that way, like if I work hard at this or even just put in a little bit of work every day or every week for 2 to 3 years, that's still way better than what you're going to have if you put in that work somewhere else.
Right. So we were talking about today how people get discouraged when it takes them a long time to promote. And when I started this business, I don't know why, but it just clicked. I didn't really know anything about network marketing, but for some reason, the whole building your residual income just clicked with me. And so I didn't care how long it took. I ended up promoting quickly, but I didn't know that was going to happen at first. So I just worked hard because the way I saw it, if it took me 10 years to get to ambassador, an ambassador diamond is $500,000 average a year.
You're doing all right.
Yeah. So I would never, ever, 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 ever make that much money doing what I was doing.
Yeah.
Even at
most people
if I was the best.
Yeah. Even if you got a promotion of some sort.
I could work my whole career and be 65 years old about to retire and maybe be making $60,000 a year.
Yeah.
And why would I give up if it took me that a long time to get to ambassador? Like, because I just can't understand why people they're like, oh, well, it's taking me 3 years to get to diamond. So
yeah,
that's still more money than you'd be making doing other things. And who cares? Like, Stephanie and Joel went black diamond in 5.5 years. Yeah. I know it's going to take me longer than 5.5 years, but so what? What if it takes me 10 or 11? That puts me at 37 years old, 38 years old. that's a good income for a 38-year-old. I'm okay with it taking me 10 years to get there.
Yeah, to make 6 figures a month,
Like,
I would do it.
You need to have the long view of where this business can take you and why you need to be putting in the work now.
Yeah. And something else we were talking about, because you guys probably know, we don't have kids. Neither of us are married. And so our why is different than a lot of people. But even still, we have one. We've got our short-term goals, but we have our long-term goals too, and they have to be worth it enough for you to work towards it. So I think the other thing that people don't plan for is everything that life throws at you. You don't know when you're going to lose a job, when your husband's going to lose his job, when you're going to unexpectedly get pregnant, when you're going to have this or that, or when you're going to want to take time off, or when your family's going to need you, that you won't have vacation time.
Your car breaks down.
Yeah, there's so many unexpected things, and even tragic things that happen in life. And I'm glad to know that I'm working now so that when those things happen, I don't have to add financial stress to just the stress of everyday life. So for me, that drives me, and it might not work for everyone, but everyone can find their own thing, whether it's going on mission trips or funding an awesome organization. Like, if you care enough about it, then that's your long-term goal, is to be able to do more towards that. I was going to read something to you guys really quick that I sent out just about, not always promoting super fast. And this is something I sent the other day to someone. Just a few examples. So Jody Gravely and her husband, they're now Presidential Diamonds. It took them 3 years to go diamond, and then 2 years to go diamond, and then 3 more to go presidential. Okay, so they've been in the business for 5 years, but it took them 2 to go diamond, sorry. A girl on their team stayed executive/ruby, fluctuated for 2.5 years before going emerald, then went diamond, and then double diamond 3 months later. She makes triple diamond income and is pushing to go triple diamond this month. Christy Christensen didn't sign her first customer for 3.5 months, and she went triple after she'd been in for 2 years and 3 months. Jeez. Bonnie Corbin, Ambassador Diamond, and in the Millionaires Club, took 3 months to sign her first distributor, 5 months to ruby, then 9 months to diamond, and now she's ambassador. Carrie Gabriel didn't promote to executive for 15 months and is now a triple diamond. Jocelyn Yates didn't go executive for 9 months, 51, I think she was the 51 number money earner or whatever in the company. So it's not abnormal for it to take people a long time to get to specific levels.
It's actually the norm.
Yeah, it's actually the norm.
You just compare yourself to the people that are getting the highlights because they're not the norm. So anytime anyone is not average, they're going to get highlighted.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like that in sports. And that's the same with this business. And you're seeing 10 people that have done extraordinary things.
Yeah.
And what you're not seeing is the 100,000 that are taking longer. Yeah. Like, you're not...
There's people
you don't suck at this business because you're not Ruby in month 2.
Yeah, for sure. And it goes back to the bonuses are awesome and everything, and you see all these people get them. You also don't see all the people that don't get them, but still are top money earners in the company. There was tons of people, and I've been in the business for 4 years. There was tons of people in the top 100. I had no idea who they even were. Like, I don't know if they just snuck up under the radar or they've just been chugging along or whatever. Like, never seen their name before. But just because they're not one of the crazy stories that's advertised all over social media, I had no idea. So we just forget. We get so wrapped up in our little social media world and all the stories we see of that Pam shares and that, you see the people on your team that are really successful. But think of how many stories you're not hearing.
And I know I'm very competitive.
Yeah.
It's just my nature. Very competitive. And so when someone beats me at promoting time or something, I get upset. But Alyssa said back when I first started, and it helps every time I get frustrated, is you probably don't want to have to go through what they went through to get that motivation.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to have to stand in soup kitchen lines and have food stamps and Medicaid and all that stuff. Like, I don't want that.
You don't want that.
I'm glad that's not my story because I don't want to have to go through that.
Yeah.
So don't compare your story to someone else's because you started from different places.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing is you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. There's people that are top recruiters in this company that are not at the top level. So people see it and they're like, how did they sign 40 distributors this month? But then yet they're not ambassador. So I'm like, that just tells me, I mean, there are people that are great at this business that are top money earners. Obviously, that's how they got there. But there's also more to it than we often see. We don't see that, you know, they're not training their distributors and people aren't getting their 4 loyals and they're missing fast starts. We don't see all that. All we see is that one thing that they're really good at.
Or they're not maintaining their rank, and you think that they have this perfect business that they barely have to work at, when behind the scenes they're freaking out because they can't maintain their rank.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, okay, that was one.
That was
kind of went off onto another tangent, but the second thing was
product.
The importance of using the products. How do we even dive into this?
So
we've been talking about it for
I
like
was
a week or two
going
now.
through, and I know Alyssa's probably done this too. I was just going through my team and, you know, going through the tree viewer and looking at what distributors were ordering, and I was blown away. And sorry, team, but this was on my team.
It's across the board.
Yeah, it's across. Yeah, so it's not just my team, but I was blown away by the number of people on my team who are selling these products or trying to sell these products. I know there are people in there that are actively trying to sell these products, and have never once ordered one.
Yeah, besides their
other than the wraps that came in your kit. Like, I just had to sit and be like, what? Because how are you supposed to sell these products if you don't know what they are? Like,
yeah, you've never
even
seen touched one.
You've seen a picture of them on the computer.
Yeah, and don't get us wrong, you're not going to try every product.
No, and you don't need to try every product all at once. Sorry, I have a clip on my hand,
but you don't. But at the same time, you're asking people to try one product a month for 3 months, and you're not even willing to try one product for 1 month while you're a distributor. So, I mean, from day one, and a lot of you guys don't know this, when I signed up, 80 BV auto shipment, there was not really a way around it. That's what qualified you for fast start bonuses. That's what qualified you for commissions, good bonuses, everything. You had to have that 80 BV auto shipment up, or you had to have 400 in PBV to get paid, and that didn't qualify you for fast start bonuses. Like, it was literally like 80 BV if you want to run this business. And so I knew that signing up. That's the law. And you know what? It made me try the products. It made me get out and sell the products because I wanted to make my money. So I ordered wraps every month. It's crazy like how much that will push you when you mentally know it's a requirement to run your business. And it really should be. There's no way I could have ever had my store without inventory. It's the same thing. Like, I could have never, there's probably guys on this page, so I could have never sold pajamas had I not been wearing the pajamas, you know. I was going to say bras, but that's weird. But still, you have to be at least trying and using the products if you're asking other people to do it for you.
And you don't have to try. Like, I know I got started because I didn't have the money. So we're not saying spend $100 a month. Like, no. I mean, I took months, like probably 6 months to try Profit because it's $80, you know, and I could not justify that. Yeah. And so I get it. But greens are $30. They're one of the most popular products we have. I ordered them every month, and throw some samples in your purse, drink them in a clear bottle, give samples out. You'll get loyal customers like crazy. Like, that's how I signed up a lot of my loyals, is giving green samples. And those are $30 a month. Yep.
That's cutting out, for a lot of people, it's just cutting out one thing that you buy at the grocery store every couple of weeks, or your Starbucks once a week. That would pay for your greens. I mean,
or just get a box of wraps and greens and sell your box of wraps to cover your whole cost.
Yeah, that's what I did for a long time.
The beauty of wrap cash.
Yeah. So, yeah, like we said, we get it, not having the money or not justifying it. But at the same time, I don't feel like you can be successful in this business without finding a way to be a product of the product, or to at least say you've tried stuff. It just makes me sad because sometimes I'm like, I wish you would have maybe just started as a loyal customer. I feel like people start saying, okay, I'm spending this much and I'm making this much, so I can't spend this because I haven't made that. But that's not always the case. Like, what you're spending on the product shouldn't necessarily be weighed with how much money you're making, because you wanted to try the products anyways. But it's like, now you're in the business, you can't justify spending the money. And I don't think that it's fair to your business to not try the products.
So here's what we're saying. We're not saying go set up an 80 BV auto ship. We're saying go set up an auto ship, even if it's greens. Yeah. Have something coming to your door every month.
Yeah.
And you can go in, just like loyal customers, and change the product. So greens this month, and then I guarantee you'll fall in love with them anyway and keep them on there. But then maybe greens choose next month, or hair, skin, and nails. Have your own testimony on hair, skin, and nails. Cleanse, gosh,
seriously,
that gets you instant results.
Yeah,
and it's only $36.
Yeah, I'm like 2 days. You can have a before and after picture, if nothing else, a testimony, and it's $36. And you should be able to sign a couple customers if you're talking about your results from the cleanse. And it's not like the system where you're going to tell people in 30, 60, 90 days. Literally 48 hours later, you can say, boom,
instant. Here's
my results. So it's insane. But you have to try it, because sharing other people's results is awesome. Sharing testimonies is great. It's necessary. But when you can actually say, I've used this and I've tried this, and this is
priceless.
It really is. Like, there's nothing, and you have to be able to test different products, because not every product is for every person, or maybe you won't notice as drastic changes with the wraps, but you'll notice with the cleanse. And sometimes people are like, well, I don't feel like I can sell the products because greens didn't really give me energy or whatever. And I'm like, okay, we've got 29 other products that you can choose from. So, I mean, it's just like anything else. Results vary for each person, but you have to at least use them and give them a fair chance and be consistent with it.
And it's just so much easier to talk about the products if you love it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how on earth anybody could sell anything in this business without trying a product.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I used my wraps right away just because I knew how important it was to have my own testimony. So do that. And then if you really can't afford, like you are flat broke, go out and get your customers in day 1 and 2. I mean, seriously, right when you sign up, go get those customers. Don't stop fighting until you get them, so that you can try more products. Because then you're going to fall in love with them, and it's going to be easier to get more customers, which means you're going to get paid more, which means you're going to be able to afford the auto ship.
Yep. Which you want to be able to afford the auto shipment. And think about it this way too, for you guys that are wanting to start a team and wanting to make a residual income. If you're using the products every month and you're teaching your distributors to use the products every month, even if it's only one product a month, let's say you have 2 distributors and they're both ordering greens, that's an extra 60 BV that you're getting paid on. And then they're going out and signing people, and those people are ordering even just a box of wraps every month. That's an extra 108. And that adds up as your team grows. Think about when you sign up 2, that sign up 3, that sign up 5, and one person signs up 10. If they're all teaching their distributors to use the products because they should be, then that's can be hundreds, thousands of dollars that you would be getting paid on. Not to mention, if you know that when you want to go executive or Ruby, you're trying to get people to 400, well, there's an extra 30 or 54 or 80 BV that you're adding into that 400 box. And you've got distributors that are now using the products, which helps them build their business. So all the way around, you should be using the products and setting a good example for your future team if you don't have one. And like she said, if you missed your 4 loyals, or maybe you already got your free product and you sold it or whatever, at least every 2 loyals you can get a free or a $25 box of wraps or facials. That's 2 products right there that you can try, have a testimony with for $50. You can get, for every 2, you can get one for 25. So
I had something else I was going to say, but
you can say it.
I forgot.
I don't know.
It was really good.
I don't know. I'll keep talking if you want.
Go ahead. It'll come to me. Do you have anything else to say? Probably.
I know. Yeah. Why not?
Maybe another pretzel.
I see a lot on some of the different pages. Oh, go for it. I don't want you to forget.
You have to finish.
Okay. Well, people often compare it to, like, if you had a hot dog stand, would you not have hot dogs? Like, you've got to at least have a little bit of the products that we sell, whether you're using it or having inventory. You should always have wraps. You should take them with you everywhere.
Because the second you don't have one, someone's going to want
Always.
That's how it happens.
Even when I just forget, I have wraps and I forget them at home, and I'm like, of course that's when someone wants to buy a wrap from me. So you should always, 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 always have wraps. And if that means you go sign up 2 loyals to get a wrap reward, then so be it.
I remembered. So from the standpoint of someone who has a team, even if you are an executive or just have one distributor, that's a team. You have a team. And when I'm scrolling through my tree viewer, my eSuite, and seeing, looking at my business and my promotions and my soon-to-be diamonds promotions, soon-to-be emeralds promotions, and I see the distributors who don't have, they're on their auto ship every month. It's like website, and there's no products. And then I see someone who's got greens, wraps, facial, product coming to them every month.
Yeah.
And I want to link arms with someone and work with them.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the person who's trying the products. I don't care how many people are under you. I don't care any of that. If I want to link arms and go, I'm going to go with the person who's trying the products because they're going to be more passionate about it. And they're going to want to talk to more people about it.
Yep. Not to mention, if I'm going to pick a lucky person that I need to help get to executive or Ruby or whatever, I want to make sure the executive or the Ruby is going to be commission qualified because you can't promote if you're not commission qualified. So if it's iffy that you may or may not run an auto shipment or you may or may not even be at the 150, I'm going to pick someone else because that's too iffy. This is my paycheck and my livelihood. So again, like, don't get us wrong. Like, we're not going to not help you because you're not running an auto shipment or able to order product. But when we're weighing options as leaders, that does part of it.
When there's so many things you can go with, you have to use the information you have at hand. And you know that if you've ever signed someone and you're looking where to place or something like that, you know you have to work with the information at hand, and that's just part of the information that we have.
Yep.
Because again, not everybody reaches out and talks to us all the time about the
we can't see what anyone's doing behind the scenes unless they're talking to us. So that's just one thing that we can, like a criteria that we can check on. And along those same lines, like that, my other requirement or criteria for helping someone is that I'm hearing from them.
Seriously.
Because it's stressful for me to give someone a loyal or to place a distributor or to pour into someone when I feel like they don't maybe want my help or they're not willing to ask me questions or they're not willing to learn because, I've been telling people a lot lately, you went to school your entire life to do something else and you're still wanting this extra income. So that tells me, you didn't go to school for this, that you need to still learn. It's just crazy to me how many people aren't even willing to ask questions and they feel like this is going to come naturally, even though they went to school for forever.
Yeah.
It's not paying. I don't know.
Well, and I do my very best to reach out to my team and especially my new distributors. I have the best intentions. Yeah. But, and what you don't see is that we have a team. You have a much larger team than I do, obviously, but there's a lot of people on our team. Yeah. And if one day I need to reach out to distributor X, but MLM.
ABC.
I meant to see LMN. My ABC.
Why did you pick LMN?
Because I didn't want to do ABC.
OPQ is over here. So if OPQ
anyway, other distributors come and ask me questions, and I'm spending time answering their questions and investing in them because they did come to me. I still have to work on my own business. Yeah. I don't get around to that other distributor that I meant to reach out to. I had the best of intentions. Yeah. But this business is changing every day, and every day is different. So it's not like things happen. Yeah. Things come up. People who want help come to me, and that occupies my time, which is great. I want to help those people that come to me. Yeah. So don't feel like you're bothering us to reach out because we rely on that a lot to know who's working.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And we were talking about this earlier. It's the same on both of our teams. The girls that we enrolled that have gotten that are like signing up customers, they're the ones that are responding to our messages, that are asking us questions. And they're the ones that are signing up customers. Yep.
We're not tooting our own horn. We're just saying we've been in longer, so we know what you're experiencing. We know how to seal the deal. We know the verbiage for sending out messages. Mm-hmm. And so many times people, send out a few messages and then tell me, I just don't think it's for me, but they never even asked for advice or I never knew that they were even trying because they didn't tell me, and it's so frustrating. But like she said, I'll have the best of intentions to reach out to all these people, and then I don't necessarily like checking in on people. Like, I figure you're too busy or you're not working your business or you don't need my help. So why take 5 minutes of my day to message you and be like, hey, how's it going? Have you messaged? Do you need help? Do you need this? Do you need that? Like, when I have 10 people that are asking me, okay, what should I say to this? Like, it's so much easier for me to help the people that I know exactly what they need help with. So anyways, that is just a different topic altogether, and I'm sure we'll do more about that another time. But
well, and we also say that, well, I don't know, because you got started like the same time Ashley did. Yeah, pretty much. So when I started, you had been in for so long, and she can attest, I blew up her phone all the time. Like screenshots of email, screenshots of conversation. What does this product do? What would you recommend for this? How would you respond? All day for like my first 3 months probably. I mean, I still blow up your phone. It's just different questions. Yeah. It's more leadership questions. It's more like,
questions. Do you want wine?
Yeah.
Or Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, those two. But the questions just change.
Yeah.
And I
still message Ashley.
I still have like, how would you respond to this? Because I still am like, I haven't heard everything. So
or like, I've been sending this response and I'm not getting a good, or I've been, and it's not working for me. What have you been sending? Like, I still say stuff like that. And it's just a part of growing in any business or any industry. When you're trying to get a promotion, you ask your boss, like, what do I need to do to get there? You don't just try to make it up in your head and figure it out as you go. Like, you ask someone.
Who's been there.
Yeah. So, all right.
Off of our soapbox.
I wish, so maybe later we're going to buy 2 treadmills and set up a tripod and video our treadmill talks.
Our conversation, it was on point,
good.
you guys.
You guys, if you want to work out at 24-hour fitness with us at any time,
just like
please
work out right in front of us and listen. It's pretty good. It's pretty good stuff.
Some of the tough love is too tough.
Yeah,
in a loving way. Because we love our teams and we just want them to do well.
It's frustrating because we really do want you to do well. And so that's where it comes from. It's not like, oh, I'm so annoyed. It's like, oh, I'm so frustrated because they can do so well and I want them to, but they're not doing what they need to be doing.
Yeah, or they're not asking. So, anyways, I think we're good. Right?
I feel better.
I feel good. I feel good about life. I feel like I can finish this glass of wine.
Samesies.
Okay.
Till next week.
Bye.